I was in the emergency department and I was about to suture somebody's leg, and then I needed a refresher. So I had to go on YouTube and search how to suture, watch that, sutured the leg. A lot of those. Hello, I'm Sab. Today I've been asked to scroll through and share my YouTube watch history. And as you can see from my scrubs, I'm a med student sharing my journey here on YouTube. My favorite part of being in the YouTube space is kind of building the community. Most of my audience are other students as well who are struggling to keep up with classes or have a hard time studying for exams, and it's had such a positive reception, which I'm so grateful for. Am I scared of showing you some of these things? Maybe, but we'll take a look at them together. First up, we're gonna go through my watch history and I'll show you what I've been watching in the past day. Oh my God, the brutalismus one is crazy. This is the one I was like scared to talk about. It's this duo from Berlin and it's very hard style, like rave music. I remember when I was studying neurology, it was 2:30 in the morning, I was falling asleep. Our exam was in 2 days. I needed something to help me stay awake and it was this. And that was actually one of my best exams. It's like dook, 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 dook for like 3 hours straight. Many thanks, brutalismus. All right. So this is an antidote to dissatisfaction, talking about how to deal with burnout and practicing gratitude.
Gratitude refocuses your attention towards the good things you have.
I think their big recommendation is basically just keeping a gratitude journal. My attending said that my presentation was good today, or I was able to talk to a patient and answer all of their questions for the first time. Even when I had really difficult days, I was able to read all of these tidbits of things that I was happy about and grateful for, and then I just felt so much better. Okay, so this is What I Eat in a Week at College at Yale by Millie.
I'm gonna take you guys along with me with everything that I nom this weekend.
I love being able to see what people typically eat. We pack all of our food, and I'm really tired of stealing from the patients' little crackers that they get before surgery. So it's nice to get some inspiration of real food that I can eat throughout the week, which is a very fun, bubbly personality. Okay. So this is called Just Let Them. This is my girl D. I love her so much.
Thank you for joining me on a rainy day. Nothing new there.
She's this lovely, lovely woman that sits in her porch and talks about different life lessons. It was just a random recommendation from YouTube. And it came at a time where I really needed it, because I think I was really bummed out in the hospital. Probably somebody yelled at me and I was being really hard on myself. It kind of grounded me and reminded me I can only do as much as I can, but besides that, it's out of my control.
Put yourself, your considerations, top of the pile. That's not selfish.
Bars. I mean, this is so good. This video is 6 minutes and 58 seconds, and I got more from her than my 10 therapy sessions. Okay. Okay, so this is the Catan US National Championships 2021 final. I think in university, I really got into Catan, and I wanted to be better than everybody else, so I started watching things like playing in US Hardest Catan tournament. I like to play this in the background when I'm studying. Like I'm studying neurology, and I hear this, I'm like, oh, good one, good one. I would have done that too. And now I play aggressively. I play to win. Next up, keywords. Okay, so in this game, let's look what pops up when I type in vlogs. Okay, this is Kay Chung's final exam study vlog. Honestly, one of the funniest creators I've ever seen.
I missed ya.
Like, she has such a great personality that a lot of people relate to, and she's not afraid of showing we eat very poorly, we drink a lot of coffee, we barely get any sleep. And stuff like this.
Due tomorrow. And tomorrow is in a couple hours.
I'm gonna be honest, if I had to take studying advice, I don't know if it would be from Kay Chung. I love you. Like if her exam is at 6 in the morning, she'll be studying the night before until like 4 a.m. I don't know if I would recommend that, but it clearly works for her, so to each their own. Rotations. So this is a med student vlog from Hyobin in Korea, and this is her week of neurosurgery rotations. A rotation is just a bunch of different medical specialties that you rotate through to get more exposure and see what you like. I love watching med school vlogs from people from other countries. Like they're all in suits and they all look so nice. We don't look like this in the hospital. Exams. All right, so a day in my life, exam season. This is from Alexandra.
Today's plan is just to study in the library all day with Elisa.
First things first, she has beautiful hair. I feel like that's why I started watching her videos.
I'm meeting up with my roommate, Sophia.
I think I liked seeing these parts with her studying with friends, because I think that's something that I implemented a little bit later. I was always very isolated, and I said I can only study when I'm by myself. And then finally, when I tried group studying, it was like a new door that opened. Definitely gives inspiration for how I can maximize my studying. So in this game, I'm gonna be presented with a video from my watch history, and I have to decide if I've been there or not yet, based on my experiences as a medical student. Been there, 100%.
You have people who pass out.
Fate, absolutely. Most commonly, it's because they don't eat enough or they don't drink enough and you're under the bright lights for hours and then you just pass out. The protocol, don't lean forward and fall into the patient and break sterile field. If you feel like you're gonna faint, you take a few steps back and like slide down against the wall. Try not to do that. I've been there. The delusionitis, maybe not a medical term, but definitely a thing within us. I have gone to a point where I self-diagnose things all the time. Every time we learn a new medical condition, you kind of like scan your body and your past experience and you're like, oh my gosh, I definitely have hypothyroidism. That's why I've been so tired. Yeah, a lot of this is you trying to apply the things that you've learned and then trying to connect it to your own experiences as much as possible. Very real. Definitely been there. During lectures, I like to sit in the back of the class. I can see everybody's screens in front of me. During the World Cup, you had everybody's computers and in the little corner was the football game. I saw somebody playing Club Penguin once. I saw somebody watching a movie, like buying a car. Like they were putting like all the models for stuff. Oh gosh. I like to split screen it. So at least I still have the lecture on one side, but God knows what I'm doing on the other side. My Catan gameplay. I'll learn concurrently. Maybe I'm not there yet. What they're doing there is blood smears to look like a CBC or a complete blood count. We never do that personally, and I admire them because I took a look at what was in that microscope, no idea what I'm looking at. Okay, last up, choose 3 videos to recommend to someone who just got into med school. Let's see. So a video I would recommend is Studying Productively for Med School Exams by Peter Lee. There's different kinds of med content. I think some of them tend to romanticize it a little bit, and it'll be the people that wake up 5 a.m., boom, 10K run, they're journaling, they're meditating before they get to class. Nobody does that. Very rarely are we kind of these picture perfect med students that you may see on social media. And it's people like Peter that gives you insight into the fact that we're really just people that happen to be med students.
I have no idea like what to do with my hair. Do a perm? Maybe like a balayage, like an ombre. I'm kidding.
And it's great that it's a personality. Like he's a lot of fun. And most people in med aren't very like type A, studying all the time. Most people are actually very personable and they're fun to be around, like Peter. This is How to Ace Your Emergency Medicine Resident Interview by the great Dr. Glockenflecken.
When did you know you wanted to go into emergency medicine?
Christmas Day, 5 years old.
Did you get something good from Santa? A sleeveless Patagonia fleece and cargo pants.
Dr. Glockenflecken is an ophthalmologist in the US, and he's kind of like this comedic god. He has such good insights and cuts into the different stereotypes with each specialty. It's kind of an if you know, you know.
What are 3 things you carry with you at all times? Granola bar and overwhelming dread that I missed a potentially fatal diagnosis.
There are going to be a lot of different personalities that you're going to meet on the wards in the emergency, and I would say a lot of them are quite realistic in emergency medicine. Everyone's biking to work. And sometimes they wear their bike helmet and their glasses while they're seeing patients. They're crushing a Red Bull in between seeing patients, and they're really like that. And it'll be good to kind of get a sense of what you may experience before going into these rotations.
Dermatology, are there stereotypes around that?
Girl, I come to the wards, my hair's done, my skin is clear. When I'm on overnight calls, I have my gua sha, I have my hand cream. So I think that may be predisposing me for derm. So the last video that I would recommend, How I Deal with Exam Stress as a Medical Student by Emil Eddy.
In this video, I'll go over the mindset I have towards stress, the types of stress people have.
I think the most important one is understanding that it's okay to take a break, because if I'm just studying 24/7 or I'm in the hospital and I don't take space in between to just relax, then there's no way I can actually put out good work.
The main aim of this mindset is to reduce any feelings of inadequacy that you might have, because they're almost always unfounded.
And that's very true. And it's also just the burden of transitioning from learning in the classroom to now being in the clinic, and literally people's lives are in your hands. Like, how do you not feel stressed with that? It's not a matter of removing the stress because it's going to be there. It's about kind of building the tools of how to cope with it when it inevitably comes. And those would be my top 3 videos for anyone starting out in medical school. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video about what it's like being a med student. Even if you're not in medicine, hopefully it gives you a little bit of insight, or is at least entertaining. I hope you check out some of the other creators that we mentioned in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!